gone live, and I thought I would just do a little sketching demo this afternoon with Sharpies. If you've seen my work, you've seen my videos, you probably know I do really like sketching with Sharpies. And it's a technique that I picked up along the way because I used to be a very, very kind of light presser, whether that was with pencil or pen. And so I learned to sketch with Sharpies as a way to kind of make really permanent dark marks. Believe it or not, I started doing this a really long time ago when we used to, when I first started in industrial design in the 90s, we used to do a lot of sketching and faxing sketches to clients. So sketches had to be readable and really bold through a fax machine because anything with low contrast didn't work. So my boss made me sketch with really permanent pens and markers so that it could be really easily read. And then it's just kind of a technique that stuck with me. I especially really love kind of like sketching with a Sharpie, you know, whatever that is. I tend to keep my old Sharpies so I can get these kind of lighter lines like this. And then I have some darker Sharpies, you know, but it really forces you to kind of commit to whatever you're doing. And then, you know, working back into that with like some thicker, bolder Sharpies. You know, obviously you can get Sharpies in almost any thickness to very fine, from very fine to very thick. And what I love about it is just, it makes a sketch so bold. I mean, it can be kind of nothing but bold, really. You know, kind of keeping some of these duller Sharpies so I can do lighter things with. Just kind of do a little reflection of this. I'm not really sure what this is. I'm just kind of demoing the technique first, warming up myself. Sometimes I'll come back in with some finer things to do some finer detail work. So this is just a fine point Sharpie. Need a good dark one here. Let's see. I have this basically giant mug filled with Sharpies, so sometimes finding the nice new ones is difficult. Here we go. I really should mark which ones are the old ones and which ones are the new ones. But I never seem to get around to doing that. Get these dark areas nice and dark. And then once I kind of have my darks really roughed in, so a little drop shadow here. Let's just say this thing's kind of floating. So this is just really old Sharpie. Once I have these kind of dark areas roughed in, I could come back and work on that with a white pencil. So, you know, let's say I want to show that this surface is still bowing. It's not just a flat surface. Let me get a little reflection along there. Maybe there's a little bit of a, you know, where these two materials come together, a highlight along here. Same with this one here. So this is kind of dark kind of shadow line going through here. So I'm going to pick that up on in the opposite way with the white. And again, a little highlight where those materials come together. Using the side of the pencil there. Just gonna blend it in a little bit. So you can see just with Sharpies and white pencil, you can really kind of make that thing start to pop. Now I'm gonna take that up to another level with this white pen. I love all of these white pens you can get now. When I was first starting out, we said to just do this with like a whiteout pen, and it sucked. It was it was really hard to control. I mean, but it was the only option unless you wanted to like get some gouache out and do it with a paintbrush. But now there's so many different white pens available. Got this big one here for, actually this is really large one for a big area. This kind of big highlight here. Open here too. I think we need to get a little white on this side over here. Pick up that surface rounding. Really show that off. Let's see. I'm gonna actually take it another notch, even more old school for you guys here. A little white chalk. It's just a piece of Prism chalk from Prismacolor. Come back, Sharpie, and just get my edge back. But that's basically the technique. I mean, I don't know what that is. It's some kind of a weird orb, but you get the idea of how I'm really simply just kind of achieving this sense of form, just using some Sharpies and some different things to show off whites, chalk and pencil, and a white, some white pens. But let's draw something for real. What should we get into here? Maybe let's work on a vehicle of some kind here. Somebody I follow on Twitter was actually talking about kind of the sorry state of BMW design. So why don't we do a little BMW. So again, just using this really kind of dull Sharpie to block my form in. Right now, I'm just kind of searching for the form. So I can be a little bit sloppy because this very light, dull Sharpie, well, I know it will kind of go away. Think about that greenhouse. And sometimes when I sketch cars, I kind of start like this, where I'm really thinking about the form. I don't even have the wheels in there yet. Start thinking about some grill and light graphics here. This is a really dull Sharpie, but I'm loving it. I'm loving how dull that is. Let's get with that center line in there. Especially as I get that BMW graphics in there, and I really need to understand where my center line is. Now I'm gonna start thinking about the wheels. I think I might have fully gotten my use out of this Sharpie. I think this one might be actually ready for the trash heap. Boop. Oh, that's my real dark one. Let's not go to that. Let's not jump all the way to there. So I think the way I'm gonna do this, thinking about that technique that I showed you guys, that was kind of the very extreme black and white. How I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna just black in all this, the kind of the grill graphics. I'm gonna black in the greenhouse, the wheels and tires, and the shadow. And then I'm gonna come back in with the white and kind of pop all the details in that zone. All right, let's see how that works. Let's see how that's gonna look. I'm gonna get out that nice big one, nice big Sharpie. Actually, I think I might have something even bigger. Oh yeah, the really big Sharpie. I told you these things come in all kinds of sizes. That is just so dark. Gonna be easy to get scared to be working with a marker this size, but you know, it's just paper. If you screw up, you just get another piece of paper. All right, let's get to the next smaller one here. That wheel well. It's not perfectly round. Just square it up just a little bit. I've been infatuated with non-square or non-round wheel openings lately. I think going to design school in the 90s, when concept cars like the TT and the VW Concept 1 were out, we all became very, very infatuated with perfectly round wheel openings, self-included. I still love that. I love the geometry of that. But I've gotten to appreciate a little bit some of those 60s and 70s cars where they were slightly squared off, and just appreciate how nice that looks sometimes. Again, just kind of fully blacken this in, and then I'll come back to get the grill and the lights in there. I screwed that line up a little bit, but that's okay. This line comes up a little bit. Pretty particular when it comes to BMWs. Classically, they have this little thing back here called the Hofmeister kink, and that's just that little kink in the back of the glass. It's a very kind of BMW detail. A lot of the new ones have lost that. But I think it's little things like that that help kind of tell a brand story over a really long period of time. Little details that a normal person wouldn't maybe pick up on, but they just kind of add to what feels right for that brand. And if you have a historical brand, especially one that's as well known, well, why not use those details? All right, so kind of blacken in some of the key things here. Let's just tune up this line here. That up a little bit. Okay. I'm gonna define the back a little more. Like a little witness line up here. Runs along the top of that grill graphic. Let's see, get one that's a little duller. Let's see, maybe $1. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. And when you're working with these really bold kind of dark areas, it really makes you see how far you could push some of these other areas. Be like a radius here where some shadow might gather. Darken this down a little bit here. Maybe there's showing there's like maybe it's like a subtle fin here. clean that up a little bit there. Again, we got our center line here. And maybe there's just a little bit of an air inlet in the bottom here. I like to keep this stuff pretty simple. You know, I feel like when I look at so many cars today, like the bumper is just so crowded and black. It's just so much plastic, glossy plastic. Sometimes nicer just to have a little bit of white space. Think of it, well, let's give things a little bit more room to breathe, you know? Let there be a little bit of a place for, let there be a place for a license plate to be. You know there's gonna be one. But yeah, it's like they forget every time. Every time they design a car, they're like, oh yeah, license plate. Why not think about that from the beginning? I don't know. The other thing, when you're doing sketches like this, you can indicate a lot. You don't have to overdraw something like a handle. You can just put a little placeholder in there for it almost. A little bit bolder of a line here that's actually not just a line but like a piece of trim. Always just kind of shaping things up as I go here. Alright, I think we're now ready for some of these details in here. So I'm gonna get this white pen again, like we talked about, to get some of these details that we did in this initial technique demo, right? By the way, feel free to ask any questions that go in the chat if you need. I'm happy to answer any questions that you throw in there. So I'm gonna start putting in the details of this grill. When you look at BMWs from 60s, 70s, 80s, this front expression was just so clean. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the lights yet, so I'm gonna sketch with the pencil a little bit. Yeah, I think I like to do simple circles. Line's a little jumpy right here, so clean that up with my finer Sharpie. And maybe there's a little bit of a shape shift, a witness line that goes around the wheel well here. Little one in the back too. Get below that, just below that trim line though. then I'm gonna pop out some of those details a little more. Just test this pen out. Last thing you want is you do this sketch and then just get pen all over it. Yeah, there we go, good. So I wanna get some like highlights of this grill. This white pen's a little bit more pure white than the other one. So see how that looks? Get a little reflection from the light here. Turn that down a little. But then I'm gonna use my pencil, because maybe then deeper into this grill, there's some more details. Got a little light there. But I don't want them to be as noticeable as the other details. And then if you notice inside some of these BMW grills, there'll often be like some vertical lines inside this main grill. But they're a little bit deeper back in there. All right, let's start working on this greenhouse here. I'm gonna get my chalk again, get a little bit of a reflection through the side. And then I'm gonna let it be a little bit, see how I have like darkness here and here in the front? So I'm gonna kind of pick that up through here. I'm just gonna let it be messy. I can come back in and darken the Sharpie again, so that's not a big deal. Okay, come back with the Sharpie, tune that up. A nice little reflection through there. Hit that top line again. Hit the base. See how that's starting to really read? I mean, barely did anything, right? Just a little bit of that white chalk. Let's get this guy. Just a little bit of that white chalk. And then coming back in with a little more Sharpie. And all of a sudden it looks like this very well thought through kind of glass area. Maybe even we'll see a little bit into the interior here. So let's see. You see like a little bit of a hint of a rear view mirror. And then as you came around, there'd be A pillar there, and then B pillar would be coming through here, thereabouts. And we'd have that other side of the Hofmeister kink. Look at that, see how that creates this illusion of an interior? And then we'd have our passenger seat sticking up over here. Now I'm not gonna do that on this side here intentionally. I'm gonna let that light be a little stronger, like it's so reflective that there's nothing coming through there. And I'm gonna play that up again with this white marker. That's starting to turn into something. liking how that's feeling. Obviously, we have to come back in once that dries and get the door lines through that glass. Where's my dull one? Is this my dull one? Yeah, it's pretty dull. Just want to show some form that's kind of coming out to this wheel arch here. See how I created that? Just all that light is kind of, and shadows is gathering there. They do a little bit the same to the back one. Should have pushed that trim either up or down a little more, but that's all right. It's a sketch. I think that's part of what makes the sketch interesting, or if not good, at least interesting, that there are some little mistakes in it. Makes you look at it more in a weird way. At least for me. Gabriel asks, is it okay to use a Bic pen at the end for details? Gabriel, you can use whatever you want. As long as the sketch looks good, it's okay to use whatever you want. This is just one way to do it. It's not the way. You know, if that's what you feel comfortable with, the Bic is obviously a little bit more forgiving than something like this Sharpie. Yeah, go for it. Procrastinating on these wheels because I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet there. I think the dark one. Let's see. This is it. Yeah. A little return there. There's a little BMW logo in the back there. Another one up here, you can't really see it. I mean, I think that's the thing about sketching, you know? That's what I love. There's no rules to it. It's just whatever works for you, you know? These are the things that I found work for me, but if you can get it to work a different way, then you should do that. It's kind of like life, you know. People can give you advice, but in the end, you have to decide what's going to work for you. This is just advice, Gabriel. Take from it whatever you want. All right, what do you guys think? We should do some wheels. I'm gonna start with this white pencil. As I kind of figure it out, just a little bit of a highlight on the tire, a little bit of a highlight on the rim. Don't have to go crazy. A little bit of reflected light down here in the tire. Don't go too crazy there. Bottom of the rim there. Okay. Sorry, pencil sharpener. Maybe we would do something. Yeah, let's do something a little bit that goes in deep. Yeah, like it's kind of 5 blocks, and then they Really going deep there. Cool thing about doing wheels this way too is if it doesn't work out and you don't like it, just go back over with the Sharpie again and you get to start over. Same thing going in the back. Alright, now they have the design of that kind of worked out. Where'd my white pen go? I lost it. There it is. Under some papers. Kind of come back and tighten it down a little bit. A little bit on the rear one. And just get some real bright highlights on some of these raised areas. A little bit less so in the back. And we need a little bit of a highlight. This edge of this glass here. There we go. Oh, much better. Maybe a little bit at the top edge too. So it's kind of like glass hitting trim there. What do you think? Maybe we would see a little bit light gap here. Same here. Let's see. Maybe this is a little orange indicator in here. I don't think that would be legal, but not exactly be up high, but that's okay. Just a sketch. This line's bugging me. Got kind of mistake line there, so I'm just gonna, no Command Z in the sketch, but white pen helps. Tighten up a few of those little things. Where's my really dull one? Now, you know, like I could add a little color to this if I wanted to now, right? I could add some cool tones in the upward facing surfaces. I could add some warm tones in the downward facing surfaces, but I also don't have to. Also, I could take a picture of this and just and bring it into Photoshop or Sketchbook or Procreate and add some color that way if I wanted to. But also great just as a sketch, right? This thing, right? I think I got too much chalk on it. Let's see, where'd my dark one go? There we go. Yeah, not bad. Just because I signed it doesn't mean you can't still mess with it a little bit. I like designs too, like this, where there's a natural, you have this natural split here for the bumper, so that's an easy to replace part. I think it's, it's just a sketch, but it's nice when designs think through some of this. You could have, this could be a clamshell hood here. Right, so maybe the hood opens up from that line, like that. Or if it was like old school 5 Series, the hood would open that way. You see just a little bit of a tail lamp there. Little details. Yeah, I think if I was gonna go to the next level with the sketch, I'd probably take an image of it, morph it just a little bit, and then add a little color to it digitally. But we don't have to do that today. So that's pretty much the technique. I mean, I think I use this for all kinds of like early ideation sketches. It's just kind of an easy way to throw down ideas without worrying too much about rendering it. Maybe let's do one more product this way. Let's see. Get that light one again. See, I never mark them. Let's do a. No, change my mind. let's do an electric razor. Let's do that. That's a good product to do with this technique. Sometimes I'll start out a product this way where I'm kind of almost basically just drawing a silhouette. So again, just kind of roughing the form in with this slightly worn Sharpie. Just showing some surface change there. Letting it be sloppy because I'm going to make that basically all black. Get like a parting line up the center here. All right. So this will be kind of like a foil screen. This is going to be like a big grip. Let's get our little floating shadow in here. Be a big grip, and then I'll basically add the on-off switch in there. Always so scary, you get that big Sharpie in there. Just gotta do it though. Just gotta go for it. Partner Christina's gonna be coming through the door in a minute here, so if you hear my dog Enzo go nuts, that's why. All right, so we got that all blacked in. Let me get us our faint Sharpie again. Maybe, is there a more faint one? Why can't I just put it to the side? Yeah, that one's even more faint. Doing this to let that black fill really dry. I think this is my darker one here, yep. Bit of a surface change here, and I could pull that out with the white pens and pencil, make that pop. Oh, that's gonna be cool. That is gonna be cool. All right, let me get that white pen. This one, this one. So I'm gonna get that surface change in there. You see that? now I can start thinking about what's going on here. So add my divider to this kind of screen here. I'll show you how I'll get the details of that screen in a moment. And then let's say there's going to be some kind of an on-off switch here. I'm going to break that out this way. So maybe that on-off switch just slides. Hi. I'm still on. Be off in a minute. Do that like that. I don't like that. Take that back out. So maybe that thing only needs to slide a little bit. Yeah, cool. A little bit of an edge there to that material. See that now? It really feels like these two materials are coming together. And then maybe there's a bit of a texture here. Just indicate that, you know? I want to show there's some raised bumps here. Let's have them kind of turn the bend instead of just being a grid. Do something a little bit more unexpected, right? Where they kind of flow around. Don't have to be perfect. We're just sketching. So that leaves this area good as a good little area for a logo, maybe. See a little bit of a top edge to this slide button. Maybe this all kind of like surface kind of pillows up to it. Little up to that switch. Okay. Still see a little bit of my mistake line there, so I'm gonna a little more Sharpie on it. Okay, I'm gonna come back with this pen, hit some of those highlights. Don't go too crazy. Just hit a few of these little guys. This top surface. Like I said, maybe there's a logo here. I'm just going to indicate that. That logo, for whatever brand that might be. Braun, call me. Work something out. And I haven't messed with this area up here where the foil is going to be. I'm going to tighten that down a little bit. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some chalk along here to show that that is kind of rounding. this Sharpie, get this edge. Okay. Now I'm gonna put this little piece of fabric underneath here. Okay. And then using the side of my pencil. Look at that. Right, now it looks like a Razer screen. Love that kind of magic. Now, if you really want to get tricky, shift that a little bit and come back with a black pencil. Let's see if I can find one. Got blues. There we go, it's a black one. So now I'm just gonna shift this a little bit, and then come back. Gives a little bit more texture to it. All right, a couple more highlights, we're gonna be done. To get a few little material highlights here through this split. Ganesh asks in the chat, will I do some more footwear videos? Yeah, I was gonna do one today, but it kind of got off topic and started doing this other stuff. Yeah, Ganesh, I will do some more footwear videos. Been slacking. But this technique, very applicable to anything. You can do this with footwear for sure, and I do all the time. Get a little bit of an edge here for that part line. And I think we're done. I'm feeling good about it. You feeling good about it? Just gotta sign it. All right, everybody, that's a quick, easy technique for just using Sharpie, some white pencils, some white pens, build up some form. This was our first demo that we did, just a quick little ovoid form. And then we did this BMW 2002. Same techniques, just applied a different way. And then more similar to our ovoid was this electric shaver concept. But yeah, it's a simple technique. I use this all the time. You don't have to get too fancy with your sketches sometimes. It could just be a couple of different pens. And like I said, you could scan these or take a picture of these and then work them digitally, which maybe I'll do another day. But also you don't have to. There's something about them that reads really nice this way. They feel, they just feel kind of human. And I don't know, I find that when I'm working with people, they like that. They like that sense of that a human worked on this. Sometimes when I show digital sketches, they look so finished, but a sketch like this, it looks like we're working on it together. It looks unfinished, which is kind of the point of it in a weird way. All right, everybody, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. If you do any sketches with this technique, hashtag me or @ me on Instagram if you post them. All right, everybody. If you want to see more of this stuff, you know what to do. Hit like, hit subscribe, do all those silly things everybody always tells you to do in every single video. All right, see you later.